It's 4 o'clock in Los Angeles. It's 6 o'clock in Chicago. And it's 7 p.m. in New York City. How are you, buddy? I'm Mad Dog the Scipio, joined as I am each and every week by the mouth of the South herself, Amelia the Pitbull Chapman. How are you, Amelia?
Doing better. Better than I was earlier.
Happy to be on the show and not at work.
Yes, absolutely.
Tonight on What's
Oh,
the Buzz, America's Best Podcast, a very special show on the record with Hollywood clones, lookalikes, and doppelgangers. Is there something sinister at hand, or is it just a strange coincidence? And later in the show, we'll talk about the strange case of Jamie Foxx. But in the meantime, folks, I'm Mad Dog the Scipio, and this is Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman. We are we're riding the kind of a high right now because we had a great show last night.
oh, yes, we did.
Good show last night. And we had Brian Saponis here last
Hmm.
night, actor, writer, director, kind of a producer. But yeah, he's very humble. He says he's
Very
just
humble.
an actor. That's he wants to be called just an actor. Because, like he said last night, I like to do one thing and do it well. I don't want to do like he doesn't want to get lost in the mix,
No.
which is good. Good for him.
Yes.
But we'll have him back. He's going to be back here a lot because we like Brian.
Oh, yes.
So, let me ask you a question. So,
Mhm.
our show tonight is Hollywood clones, lookalikes, and doppelgangers. Okay, so lately in the last few years, and really not even the last few years,
Mhm.
like the last 2 years especially,
Right.
ever since COVID started, like maybe the last 4 years, I'll say
Right.
4 years, good tops. We've been hearing a lot about celebrities don't look the way they used to look. They don't sound the way they used to sound.
That's true.
So let me ask you, where are you on this? Because I know you're a conspiracy nut like the
Mm.
rest of us, right?
Right.
So where do you stand on this? What's going on? What do you think's going on in Hollywood?
I think that, sorry about that. My dogs are acting crazy. I don't know what's going on. Sorry about that. I think they're being replaced, to be honest with you, because if they're not doing what they're being told to do, or the contract they're not fulfilling that they've been supposedly being filled, they're being
Mhm.
replaced right away.
I have heard that from very rational, sane people.
Hmm.
That's what concerns me.
Right.
That I'm hearing it from rational people and not kooks like you and me.
Right.
And so the consensus seems to be now follow this, folks, because
Hmm.
it's a rabbit hole. I'm serious. It's a very deep, winding rabbit hole if you let it. But
Hmm.
like Amelia and I like to do, we like to simplify everything because here's as basic and simple as it gets. If you don't do what the boss man say, the
Right.
boss man make you go away.
Absolutely.
So we're going to see about probably it's kind of long for our show, but we're going to see a video tonight, about a 3.5, 4 minute video and I'm just going to let it play, and we'll talk about it after it's finished.
Hmm.
But it's a video that really kind of makes you
Hmm.
question and think about, hmm, they don't look the she don't look the way she used to look.
Right.
Um, you know, that person doesn't look the way they used to look. I remember them having a different nose or a
Right.
different ear. Well, some people say, well, you can explain that away with plastic surgery.
Well, it depends, because you know where it started for me? With Mandela. Remember how
Oh,
supposedly
sure.
he was in jail, and then of course when he came out, he was supposed to be very old, and then he died. But when he came out of jail, he was very young.
Very young and looking real good.
Exactly.
That
You
wasn't Nelson Mandela. I got
no,
Nelson Mandela on film.
yeah, and he
And
was
I got
supposedly
this other guy on film. Guess what? They're two different people.
exactly, and he supposedly had died during that time. And then certain people supposedly had died too.
You
Certain.
want to laugh at this? I want to throw something at you.
Hmm.
A lot of people can't make this shit up, folks.
Right.
A lot of people think that Nelson Mandela was Morgan Freeman.
Yes. I've heard that.
He looks like he could be his twin brother.
Yes.
They look like they could have been twins.
Mm.
In fact, Morgan Freeman played him in the movie
And the voice too. That
and the
voice.
voice. Yeah. Well, don't forget, Morgan Freeman is a very,
Yes.
very skilled actor.
Very, very skilled actor.
And he has the art of dialect down to a science.
Mm.
He can do any dialect. It's really good. Um, but it's an interesting thing if you consider the fact that intelligent people, smart people, are chiming in on this. I'll give you one. You're going to see it tonight.
Mhm.
Jamie Foxx. We're going to talk
Yes.
about Jamie Foxx tonight. You know who Ice Cube is? Ice T.
Yes.
These rappers. Okay.
Yes.
Do you know who Star Jones is?
Yes, I do.
Okay. They all know Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
They said that's not Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, I've heard rumors too. As soon because he had a TV show, Shazam, on
Yeah.
TV, and all of a sudden we're like, where did he go? And
Yeah.
then of course, he's not doing well, or he had this happen to him. It's like, wait
Well,
a minute,
that's
no,
what I heard. I heard he had got sick,
Mm-hmm.
and I heard what I read was that he had a reaction to a COVID vaccine.
Correct.
That's what I heard. And I heard that it affected him, it paralyzed him, and it really fucked him up. Next thing I know, Jamie Foxx is bopping around like he never had a problem in the world.
Correct. It's like,
And I'm thinking to myself, well, wait a minute. Dude, you don't look nothing like Jamie Foxx.
no, his hair is
You're
different,
lighter than Jamie Foxx.
and the hair
Jamie
is
Foxx is a black man.
yes.
You don't look black to me.
Nope.
Not that you're not that dark anyway. Jamie Foxx was dark.
And you notice his hair is very different.
Different hair, different face. I'm going to show you something tonight. You
Mhm.
got to go shake your head.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. You know, you and I have not shied away from this before. We have done. Do you remember the show that we did on the time travelers and
Yes.
the okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's remarkable how many celebrities, can't make this up, folks.
No.
We showed it on the show. I still have it. How many celebrities looked like people of days gone by?
Oh gosh. Yes.
Eddie Murphy,
Johnny
Daniel
Depp.
Radcliffe, Jimmy Fallon, Mark Zuckerberg, Peter Dinklage,
Johnny Depp.
all of these. I mean, I can name them all night long. Jack Black. But when you look at these celebrities next to these historical figures or these time travelers, it does make you take a little second look of like, there's more than a coincidence here.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially when you look at Jack Black and look at the portrait of Paul Revere.
Oh yes.
They look like twin brothers, even to the point where they're doing the same pose.
Yes, like that with
The only problem is the picture of Paul Revere was made 200 years ago, at least that long.
right. And
Okay.
then the one that's going to tie into the show that we're going to do at the end of the month too,
Tell me.
with Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, Epstein. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever seen a $20 bill,
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Johnson, okay, I'm sorry, Andrew Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Jackson, President Andrew Jackson, is a dead ringer for Jeffrey Epstein. They look like they could be twins.
Yes.
And they did. Did you see what they did with the $20 bill cut
Yeah.
in half?
And the nose, yes, it matched.
It's
together.
identical.
Yes.
Identical. Remarkable. So, how deep down the conspiracy rabbit hole have you traveled with this?
Very much so, because it's like when you do the digging, you're like, okay, we're gonna find this and this and this, and all you see all these different celebrities. You're like, okay, what's going on? What do these celebrities have to do, or who do they pay off, or how far are they? And then it makes you think of good and evil again, and then it makes you want to add more to it, and the more you dig more, and the more you dig more, it's like, okay, good versus evil, or is it more evil and evil? It makes you start thinking more into that.
Why do you think? I already know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you. Why do you think things like this are ramping up so dramatically?
Because the devil.
Well, I'll give you that, but here's what I think. Not only that, but I absolutely believe if you want your message to get across, especially if you're evil, what's the one person that everybody's going to listen to?
It's Satan
A
himself
celebrity.
and celebrities. Yes.
A celebrity.
Hmm.
Period. Only that's it. A celebrity. Everybody will listen to a celebrity. They won't listen to a politician.
Nope.
They won't listen
Absolutely.
to the government,
Nope.
but they'll listen to a celebrity. Why? Because they're on TV.
Uh huh. Yes.
Okay.
And all the signs that say, yeah, you're going to be on TV, but you have to do this. You have to dress like this. You have to say this. You have
Mhm.
to act like this. Yeah.
Watch this, Meal.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see, sign language.
Yep.
Okay?
We're not going to do the sign language that he wants us to do.
Yeah, it'll never happen
Not,
in this lifetime.
not on
I
this
will
show.
never, I will never comply. Never.
Not on this show ever.
Period. Not on this
If we
plane.
do, we'll be God. This is what we're going to say. God, we're going to bless our show. That's what we're going to say.
That's it.
Hmm.
Stick your head between the ass and what
Right.
has it said? Stick your head between your legs and kiss your ass
Hmm.
goodbye.
Right.
That would be it from it says.
Right.
Goodbye. See ya.
Right. If we're going to say anything, it's going to be praying to God for our show. That's the only one we're going to be praying to.
So let me ask you, when did you become a conspiracy nut? Because I know you come from
Hmm.
a deep roots,
Hmm.
steeped in conspiracies. Like your husband Jeff's a conspiracy kook. Your son Joseph's a conspiracy kook.
Right.
And I say that with love in my heart because I'm a
Mhm.
conspiracy kook.
Actually, my
So,
dad, actually, when I was growing up, my dad would
oh, your
believe in a lot
father's
of
a
the stuff.
conspiracy
Yeah.
nut.
Yeah, my dad would tell us about Mandela and stuff like that. That's when he was, telling us all this
Right?
stuff. And then he would say, "Oh, did you see this?" Because he would learn from work. So he would bring us. My mom's like, "Oh no, be quiet, Joe." Like that. No, I said,
Right.
"Mom, just be quiet. I want to hear what my dad has to say." So my dad is the one that taught us a lot of this stuff.
Oh,
So my
good for Pop.
yeah, and my dad would be the one to take us to concerts or wrestling matches. So my dad would be the one that interacted with us a
Yeah.
lot and stuff like this.
Well, then so he absorbed this from people he listened to.
Yes.
All right. So then you absorbed it from him. All right.
Yes, and he's the one that listened to Paul Harvey, so we learned
Oh,
that way.
absolutely. Of course.
Yes.
See, now for me, that my father was not a conspiracy. In fact, my father,
Mhm.
God rest his soul, my father believed everything the government said.
Yes.
Everything. He was as red, white, and blue as you get.
Right.
Okay. My mother, on the other hand, she had no opinion about nothing. But if you ask her something, she won't shut up.
I guess your dad thought that if anything, God would take care of it, right?
Yeah, well, maybe. You don't know my mother.
No, say God, your dad. Your dad would think that if anything, God would take care of it, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
God's
Mhm.
got it. And
Yeah.
you know what? Absolutely. He was absolutely right because
Mhm.
God does have it all under control. But
Yeah.
I digress. I didn't absorb my conspiratorial gene from my father or my
Mhm.
mother. I kind of developed it on my own as a young. I'll tell you when it hit me. I can remember as young as 7, 8 years old.
Oh wow.
I would, yeah. I mean that I can literally remember back to that time, even now today.
Mhm.
I remember how old I was. I remember what it was that set me off, and it was as simple as the day. It was the John F. Kennedy assassination. I remember when I was old enough to understand what happened, I started to question it because it didn't sound right. Even as a 7, 8-year-old kid, that whole story didn't sound right.
Right.
But
Yeah,
never,
I can understand where you're coming from with that.
well, I'm happy about
No,
that.
because like even me thinking about it is that like in the history and when we were telling us, I was like, how could a
I'm
gunfire
so
from that
glad.
far away, because they were telling us in school, and I would think to myself, wait a minute, how could a gunfire that far away and hit the president?
Well,
It
it's
had to have
not
been
only
closer,
that, but you're
you know.
talking about one guy
Hmm.
pulling all of this off. Never
No,
happened.
I was like,
Absolutely not.
yeah, because we had
So
a guy in school say, well, wasn't the president framed? And the teacher got so mad at that question,
I'm sure.
you know.
Then it wanted. You have to remember something.
Hmm.
It was a different time. Back in that time,
Hmm.
you believed the government.
Mm,
The cops were the good guys. The government was your friend, and everything was hunky dory.
right.
That's when it all changed right there.
Yeah.
Okay. And the more I learned about it, the more I realized one guy with a piece of shit rifle that could barely fire did not pull all of this. He did not have the opportunity. He didn't have the smarts to pull it off. He didn't have the connections to pull it off. There's no way he did all this shit.
So somebody had to
That
be the
this
fall
was
guy.
a coup. It was an inside job from day one. Just like I believe that 9/11 was an inside
Oh
job.
yeah.
No one's ever going to tell me. By the way, those towers did not get they didn't get hit by airplanes. They were demolished from the inside.
Oh
They were
yeah.
already set up to come down.
Yes.
The people didn't realize that.
People the
The
night before.
government
Hmm.
put those towers as sacrificial lambs. Those people died for nothing.
Right.
For nothing. Incredible.
Innocent people had to
And that's
die
why I
too.
don't trust the government. And that's why
Yep.
I don't like the police.
Yeah. A
I
lot of
don't
people.
like the cops and I don't like the government. I
Yeah.
love my country, but I hate my government.
Yeah. A lot
I've
of
said it
people.
a million times.
A lot of people died for nothing, basically, just to please the government.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Hmm.
So that's the government. That's actually going to be another show. You and I could do that. We'd do another show.
That sounds great.
Speaking of which, Mike Murphy and myself, I'm bringing Mike Murphy back for a couple of shows. Mike Murphy and I are going to do special one-on-one shows. It'll be Mike and myself, and we are going to talk about what really happened to Jimmy Hoffa.
Oh.
And we're going to do that show probably next week. And that's going to be at least a 2-part show. And then our next show to discuss after that is how deep is the CIA in your actual daily life?
Wow.
And I think it's more active than people realize. I think
Oh.
that the CIA, they call it the company. So it's no secret. It's what it's called. They call it the company. Code name the company. Again, it's not a secret. It's very public. It's out there. It's on the internet. You can find it. All right. I digress. Anyway, so what people don't understand is the level of government inclusion in your life. The government is in your bedroom, in your kitchen.
Oh,
They're
absolutely.
on your phone. Whatever daily activity you got going, the government's following you.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
And so, how deep is the CIA into that? The FBI is like secondary to this because the CIA is where all the juice is. That's where all the power is. So, that'll be next week and the next couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you
But
have like an Alexa thing in your house, they're going to be listening to you no matter what, even though if you're not asking it a question, as long as you have it plugged in, they're going to be listening to you no matter
yeah,
what.
oh, I know. I asked Alexa, I said, Alexa, do you work for the CIA?
Hmm.
She says, no, I work for Amazon.
Hmm.
I said, who is Amazon run by? She didn't answer.
Hmm.
Interesting, isn't it?
I when she went blum blum, something like that, right?
She should have said, if I said, who does Amazon run by? Well, who is Amazon run by? She should have said Jeff Bezos
Yeah.
because he's the guy that owns Amazon. She didn't say that. She said nothing.
Oh.
Who runs Amazon, Alexa? Boop, nothing.
And she's
Not a
supposed to know
sound.
that.
Not a sound. Not a sound. So let's take a look. We want to. Oh, you know what? I got to do.
It's time for a commercial.
I got a commercial break. Yes. Let's take a look at this, folks. We'll be right back. What's the Buzz Podcast wants to welcome Radioactive FM 88.6 in Wellington, New Zealand, Radio Perth, Australia, and RTL Radio 102.5 in Milan, Italy. Welcome aboard, and welcome to the Buzz.
Hey Max, what's going on? I'm X, and from this moment on, I'm going to be your own personal AI DJ on Spotify. Let's go. Up next, I know you've been on a summer song kick lately, so I went back for some of your old summertime favorites. See if it warms you up. Next up, some of the music you had on a lot back in 2018.
Do you think of me? Walking out there.
All right, Max, let's get you out of your feels and switch up the vibe. You've been into dance music lately. I got this brand new release to get you moving. Introducing DJ, the best of Spotify made just for you, one tap away. Powered by AI, delivered by me, your very own DJ.
What's the Buzz? America's Best Podcast is back. We have returned with Amelia the Pitbull Chapman and yours truly, the Mad Dog. And tonight on the record with Hollywood clones, lookalike, and doppelgangers. Well, Amelia, when last we left off, we were talking about everything except lookalikes. Let's talk about it now. I want to show a little clip here. It's about 3.5, 4 minutes long. Let's look at it first.
Yes, that's great.
Okay. And then let's see. We'll talk after the break. Okay.
Sounds good.
Or at the end of it. Let's take a look at this. Watch. tell me
Mm-mm.
that that's the same guy.
It is not.
Absolutely not.
No.
There's no way.
Mm-mm.
Keep that in mind because we're going to talk about everything we've seen so far. Let's continue. Emil, you ever heard this one?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yes, because we did the show on John Bonet.
That's right. Remember,
Mhm.
we addressed this even way
Yes.
back when.
Absolutely.
And that's a couple of years ago, 2-3
Mhm.
years ago.
Yes.
We addressed this. Is Katy Perry Jean Benet Ramsey? Some people think she is.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly, that what happened was, and it started out innocently enough. Somebody took a picture of Jean Benet Ramsey and they aged it like
Yes.
what she would look like today.
Right.
And it looked exactly like Katy Perry.
It did exactly.
And people were like, oh, wait a minute. This is too much a coincidence to be. There's
Mhm.
got to be something here.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind because, again, it gets weird. Okay?
Yes.
This shit gets strange. Do you know who this person is?
Yeah, that's Anton LaVey's daughter on the right, and
It
it looks
sure
just
the
like.
hell is. It sure that's Anton LaVey's daughter, Zena LaVey.
Mm-hmm.
On the left is Taylor Swift.
Okay. Yeah, they look identical.
They look identical. There's one problem.
Mhm.
Taylor Swift wasn't born
Yet
until the next year.
Mm-hmm.
But they look like they could be like switched at birth.
Switched exactly.
Okay, that's the. By the way, it's been said. I can't prove it, but it's been said that Taylor Swift is a Satanist.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Have you heard that one?
Yeah, because
right.
she got famous just like that.
Watch. Okay. You and I did a show on Tupac Shakur.
Correct.
Take a look at this kid. Which one's Tupac and which one's, listen to this one. He calls himself 3-Pac. Tupac and 3-Pac, okay? Which one is Tupac? Which one is 3-Pac?
Tupac's probably the one wearing the darker clothes.
Okay.
The one be on my right.
Okay, go ahead. And so you think 3-Pac is on the left.
Right.
Right or left?
The one on the left wearing the lighter blue.
Okay. You would be right. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which one is Tupac?
The one in the black.
You want to take another guess?
Really? He's the one wearing the cap?
Neither one of them.
Really?
They're both lookalikes.
Oh my gosh.
They're both lookalikes. Yep.
That could have
Neither one of those guys is Tupac.
Wow.
This is the kind of shit we're talking about, folks. This is
that
the
could have
kind of
fooled
stuff
me.
Okay, so now you saw
Mm-hmm.
a lot of convincing pictures, and
Yes.
I can bring those pictures up anytime you want. So
Yeah.
if you want to go back to one, you let me know. What was the one that? What would be the one picture that you saw that you have to go like, wow?
The M&M. It's like which one is the one that they are gonna like? Okay, they didn't like that one, so they had to go replace them with the other one. They didn't like that one, so they replaced them with. It's like 5 different M&Ms they had to go through to finally probably pick the right
Well,
one.
it's funny you say that because I posted here, and you'll see what I. It's funny. What I said on it
Mm-hmm.
is the way too many faces of Eminem.
Yeah,
Take a
it's
look at
like
this.
which one are they gonna? Yeah,
There's
exactly.
Eminem. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I put on there? The way
Yeah,
too
way
many.
too
Like
many
in other words, I was
faces.
being sarcastic.
Yeah, but
You
I mean, it's
know.
like to me, it's like which one are they gonna choose till they get the right one that's gonna
Well,
cooperate?
here's the problem.
That's what I'm thinking.
Here's the well, you're not far off, but
Mm-hmm.
there's a little twist to this story here. Look at the picture of Eminem on the lower level
All
to
right,
the left
the one with the.
with the gray background.
Mm-hmm.
That's Eminem.
Right.
Look above him.
Mm-hmm.
That's not.
Right.
Look to the right with
Mm-hmm.
the hand out.
Right.
That's not. Look again. The guy with the beard with the black and white photo.
Yes.
That's not Eminem. But they're saying that these are all Eminem's pictures.
Right.
Now, this one stands out like a sore thumb.
Yes.
Look at the one with the baseball cap.
Mhm.
Why, of all the people in the world, Eminem never, ever, ever in his whole career never wore a baseball cap?
Exactly.
Why all of a sudden?
To hide the scar that they probably put on his head.
Now, look at his face.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the structure of the real Eminem. His face is long.
Oh, correct.
This guy's face is squared off.
Absolutely, it's a different face.
They're not even the same person.
It's not the same person.
But they all came from, you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Eminem's official website.
And if we was to find a way to put them together, I bet you the one that they say is the Eminem now maybe might be taller than the original Eminem.
I'll do
Maybe.
you one better.
Mm-hmm.
Eminem has always been a tall, skinny kid.
Right.
See that guy with the hat?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
He's pretty buff.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not like a bodybuilder. He's not jacked up, but he ain't skinny. I'll tell you that.
No.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
he could probably kick my ass because that wouldn't take much doing anyway.
If you look at the ears too, they're a little bit different.
Oh, they're very different.
Very different. Yeah, because here it's like more this way.
Look at the ears
Mm-hmm.
over on the real Eminem, and look at this guy. This guy's ears stick out too far.
Exactly.
The real Eminem, his ears are close to his forehead. Close to his head.
Yes.
They're kind of tapered. I want to say that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what we're talking about. This is the kind of stuff we're talking about.
Yeah.
Here you go. This is the one that's got everybody buzzed. Look at this.
Now that one
This
is
one's got everybody is buzzing about this picture because it's not even close.
Not at all.
They want you to believe, somebody wants you to believe that this is Jamie Foxx. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I want you to look at this. Look at these pictures. The white guy over here on the far right, he says, what happened? The clue that everybody missed. Well, what did everybody miss? Tell me, look at that, and you tell me what's missing.
The lighter skin, of course.
Lighter skin.
Mm-hmm.
How
and
about
the
smooth?
goatee?
How about? Wait a minute, Amelia. Hold on. How about smoother skin?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like he's younger. He got younger all of a sudden.
Look at the guy on the left. Look at the guy on the right.
Mm-hmm.
The guy on the left looks like he's been around a bit.
And the forehead. Look at the forehead. How different that is too.
I want you to look at the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to look very closely at the eyes.
Oh yeah.
Take a look. Tell me what you see.
Mhm.
Because to me, it stands out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, the eyes are more like I don't know, it's like wider, I would say.
Well, that's the obvious, but
Mhm.
there's something miss. You're not seeing it.
Mhm.
Jamie Foxx, the real Jamie Foxx,
Mhm.
he had a lazy left
Oh
eye.
yeah, he does on that other one on the left. I see it now.
Look at the
Mhm.
picture.
Mhm.
Now, look at the picture on the right.
Mm. Oh yeah.
His eye is as straight as an arrow.
And the nose is a lot different too.
It's
You
a
yeah.
whole different nose.
Mhm. And the forehead, you could tell the one
It's,
on
it's
the mhm.
he's got this gentleman, whoever he is, this Jamie Foxx lookalike.
Yeah.
He's got a higher forehead. He's
Mhm.
got birthmarks on his forehead that Jamie Foxx does not have.
Mhm.
But what's the biggest clue? You're looking right at it.
Yeah, he's a lighter complexion.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
exactly. He's a different guy.
Yeah, it's a totally different guy that they're trying to pass off as him and saying, "Yeah, this is him." And it's like,
Yeah.
why did they, pass him off as that? It's because maybe his contract was up and they got somebody else as playing him now.
Here's one that'll scare you. It should. Hold on. There it is.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
Now,
that one.
I watch Gordon Ramsay every week.
Yes.
I know what he looks like.
Mhm.
I have to tell you, it's hard for me to tell which one's the real Gordon. I will tell you right now,
Mhm.
I don't know which one of those two guys is Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, it's harder to tell because one looks like he had a facelift done, and one looks like him, but the other one, I don't know.
Well,
Hmm.
Gordon actually did have some work done,
Mhm.
but he doesn't look that young.
No, that one
On
looks
the other hand, this
mhm.
guy on the left doesn't look like Gordon either. I
Right.
mean, he looks like him, but like the detail that I'm looking for, it's something in his eyes that are
Mhm.
different.
Yeah.
Gordon's Gordon's eyes don't go up this
Mhm.
way; they go more down like this.
Right.
You know?
And the nose is different as well, if you could tell.
Oh, completely different. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the guy on the left, his nose is actually crooked.
And the mouth is a lot different.
The mouth is, believe it or not, the mouth is what looks more like Gordon than anything.
Mhm.
Because Gordon's got that kind of mouth.
Mhm.
But then again,
Mhm.
when Gordon smiles,
Mhm.
he looks like the guy on the right.
Right.
So here's what I'm saying. They're either both of them are either fakes
Right.
or they're both Gordon.
Mhm.
Because I can't tell the difference.
I know
I
it's
think
harder to tell.
they're either both Gordon or they're both fakes.
Right.
I don't think it's one or the other. I think both of these guys are fake or they're both Gordon from different points in his life.
Mhm.
Now, is it possible that that's a younger picture of? Yes, of course it's
Could be when
possible.
he first started, and that's what he looks like now.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard
Mhm.
to tell. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah, it
It's,
could be when they first started, yeah, then
yeah,
mhm.
it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But you get where I'm going with this.
Yes. Mhm.
Um, here's one. These two have been around a long time. Look at this.
Yeah,
Whoop,
yeah.
hold on a second. Her name is Lily Soboleski. Where's she
Mhm.
at? I'll get her for you. Hold on. Hold on there. I'll get you. Where'd you go? Helen Hunt, where did you go, lady? Hot damn. I get you. I gotta pull her up for you, Amelia. Oh well. Son of a gun. Okay. So this is Avril Lavigne
Right. Uh-huh.
on the left. The person on the right, they say, is Avril Lavigne, but we already know something here. We already know that Avril Lavigne has a double,
Mhm.
and her name is Melissa. And we know this because there's a picture of her and Avril Lavigne together. And Avril Lavigne knows her. The problem is you don't see Avril on the left anymore. All you see is this Avril Lavigne, the look-alike.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing concerts as Avril Lavigne.
Oh, wow.
You understand what I'm saying here?
Right.
So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about,
Mhm. Yeah, it's like, where did the real one go?
well, here you go. There they are together. That's the two of them standing together. Okay. Look at the difference. The look-alike is taller. She's got different color hair. She's built bigger. But yet, people today swear and be damned that that's Avril Lavigne. Well, what about the skinny girl next to her?
Yeah, it's like she's built different too, as far as up here, in the front area. The breast is like, wait a minute.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, the look-alike is bigger
Yeah.
breasted.
Yeah.
Because Avril Lavigne is flat chested.
Yeah, and the hair is
She
a
don't
lot
have
different.
not much there.
No. Taller
Yeah.
also too, especially. I mean, I know she's probably wearing heels, but I mean, the hair is a lot different as well too, because
Oh, Avril Lavigne's hair has always been poker straight, like it is there.
Yeah.
But that's part of like her. Don't forget, she's a punker.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's a punker.
Yeah.
That's the kind of music she does. Melancholy. You want to call it like grunge rock.
Yeah. Headbanging
kind of like Nirvana, Kurt Cobain.
Yes.
That was her idol. Kurt Cobain was like her fucking idol.
Wow.
So this is what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about this here. We saw some interesting pictures here tonight.
Oh.
Where do you want to start?
Yeah, I think we could probably need to take a break real quick, and then we can.
No, don't worry about it.
All right. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Don't worry
also
about
too the one with Taylor Swift too. That I've seen that picture before too, with where she was a lookalike as well, and then John
Gina LeVay?
Yeah, and then John Bonet. We with that one too. We thought that she was thought to be somebody else too, but then also, if you remember correctly too, we thought that she might have been killed, but then we thought, well, maybe she's still alive out there too. So
well, we know that
conspiracy theories to that too. So
here's what we know, and I said it before on the previous show. The information that I have is absolutely 100% verifiable.
Yes.
Okay. JonBenet Ramsey, her body was never found.
Right.
That gives credence to the fact that she's still alive. Why do we say that? Simple. Because her parents, we believe her parents sold her.
Yes.
She wasn't killed. She was sold. Okay. Why? Because John Ramsey and Patsy Ramsey needed fucking money so bad they were in debt up to their eyeballs.
Yeah.
So they sold their 7-year-old, whatever she was at the time, 6-7-year-old daughter into a sex slave trade.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden here comes Katy Perry, who looks just like her if you was to compare her as an older adult, and all of a sudden Katy Perry's famous.
Here you go. Let's check this one out.
Yeah.
Britney Spears.
Yes.
The rumor is, let's address the rumor mill. The rumor is that Britney Spears, here's the story. I checked it out online. Here's the story. Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake were in a car.
Right.
The car crashed. Britney allegedly died. Timberlake allegedly was so screwed up, he was inconsolable. Okay? Look at the girl to the left. That's Britney. That's the real Britney Spears
Right.
when she was about 15. Look at Britney today. That's a picture from 2023. Go on her Instagram. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see that picture.
Right.
Google Britney Spears
Mm-hmm.
2000. A whole different girl comes up.
Oh, absolutely. I can imagine.
Well, I don't want you to imagine. I want you to Google it. I want you
Yeah.
to do that right now.
Okay.
Google Britney Spears, year 2000,
Okay.
and tell me if what she looks like that girl. Because I don't think she looks anything like her. And again,
Mhm.
why would they take a
Right.
new picture
Yeah.
and compare it to a 15-year-old?
Oh, definitely.
So that's what we're talking about here. Somebody's in the chat. Oh, we got somebody in the chat. It's Leon. Leon, who you talking about? He looked like the top left when I met him in '99. Who you talking about, Leon? We talking about Eminem, Jamie Foxx? Who we talking about? It would help me to know. So,
Yeah, I can see that. You're right. It looks a totally different person.
looks like a different person.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at that right now, and it's
Got to see who. Okay, come back here, Mel.
Mhm.
But we got to see who Leon's talking about. Leon, who we
yeah.
talking
Who
about?
was? I wonder who you was talking about that and who you met.
So I don't know who Leon's talking about,
Mm-hmm.
but if he wants to come back in here and let me
Yeah.
know,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll have some kind of answer. Because right now I don't know what the hell.
I don't know. He was. Yeah, because when we were watching everybody, I wonder who he was like talking to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's tell you what. While we're waiting for Leon,
Mm-hmm.
why don't we take a message from brand new movie at A24 Films,
Yes.
The Iron Claw. Let's take a look at this.
Ever since I was a child, people said my family was cursed. Mom tried to protect us with God. Pop tried to protect us with wrestling. He said if we were the toughest, strongest, nothing could ever hurt us. I believed him. We all did.
Morning.
Pants tomorrow, please, David.
Perry, I want you to join your brothers in the ring.
Yes, sir. I love that.
Now, we all know Kerry's my favorite, then Kev, then David, then Mike. But the rankings can always change.
What do you want in life, Kevin Von Erich?
More ribs? I want to be with my family. You know, be with my brothers.
What do you like to do with your brothers?
Together, we can do anything.
We're here to restore justice to the Wrestling Federation that our father built with his own two hands. The hands that were passed down to us. The hands that will deliver the Iron Claw to you.
So what do you think? That we're alive.
I love your family, Kevin.
Don't we, Uncle?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, that makes me so happy.
Can I talk to you about something, Mom? Dad's too tough on us. You gotta say something.
Baby, that's what your brothers are for.
Feel that? You feel that? That's pressure.
You push it too hard.
I'm fine, Kev. Seriously, I'm just sick.
I'm scared, man. It all out of control.
That's a terrible accident.
I should have stopped him. I need to think about my family.
Your job is to wrestle. Live up to that deal or we are through.
I told you to look out for him!
I just love being out there with you guys. It's the only thing that matters to me.
The Bonner will forever be the greatest family in the history of wrestling!
What's the Buzz Popcast? America's Best Popcast returns with Amelia, the Pitbull Chapman. I'm the Mad Dog, Angelo DeCipio. And we are talking about celebrity doppelgangers, lookalikes, and other creepy kind of folks that makes you go, is that the real person? Or is this like something that that Hollywood made up, and it's looking
Yes.
more and more like stuff that Hollywood made up. We're talking about, it's interesting, Million.
Yes.
We're talking about lookalikes. We just saw a clip of the Iron Claw, the Von Erich family, wrestling family movie. Now, just to show you folks that it's possible, you look at this Iron Claw trailer. Go and look at the real Von Erich family, okay? They found actors that looked like every person in that family, especially the father.
Oh, yes.
Fritz Von Erich, who is not an easy guy to cast.
No.
Trust me. But the actor playing Fritz Von Erich could damn near be his twin brother.
Spot on.
And sound like him and look like him. It's frightening. He did an amazing job. You wanted to hate him so much.
Yes.
But then again, if he makes you feel that way, he's doing his job.
Oh, yes.
Well, look at man, it's already.
It's a good movie though too. So
almost
if you want to
8
go see it,
Where the hell did that time go? Holy shit!
we got to talking about a lot of stuff, and
No, you got the blabbering is what happened.
or my dogs did, unfortunately.
I know, no, it's all right. It's all right. Well, listen, it's a good show. It was a good show. Hey, I love these kind of shows.
Yeah, it
We're
makes
going to
me
be
wonder
doing a few more maybe conspiracy shows.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to do for sure. We're going to do the Iron Claw. I'm sorry, not the Iron. The Iron Claws. Listen to me. I just played the commercial. The Iron Claw. We're going to do the untold story of Jimmy Hoffa. What really happened to Jimmy Hoffa? That's going to be a two-parter because you're not going to squeeze and all of that into one show.
No, you can't.
Never going to happen. How does it tie into the Kennedy assassination? Wait till you see how it ties in. Are you going to join us on that one, Amelia?
If you'd like me to, I will.
Well, if you want to be, tell me if you want in or not.
Sure, why not?
You're the producer, damn it. Okay, well, you tell me then. Okay, good.
Sure. And I think with these shows that we do, we're going to continue doing more shows like this because there's going to be more and more that we're going to find out because with these celebrities, people don't understand that they do sign some kind of contract that when your contract's up, it's up. They will hire somebody else to replace you really quickly.
Let's talk about. There was an interesting movie I saw. I'm going to share it with everybody. Everybody knows I'm a big Elvis Presley fan.
Yes.
Okay. And I was fortunate enough to be around him and his people for a very short, very, very short period of time. I never knew Elvis, but I met him one time. And it was as close to royalty as I ever got.
Right.
For 5 minutes. That was it. I wish it were longer.
Oh, of course.
It ended up being, he died after that. Well, let's put it this way. His contract was up.
Yes.
I saw a movie called The Lesson. I've never seen it before, and I've never seen it since. It was on Tubi TV or Tubby TV or however you want to pronounce it. TUBI. It's a movie app. You know what it is, Amelia?
Yes.
Okay. I saw this movie called The Lesson, and they talked about the guy was standing in the middle of a round room, and the room had bleacher seats, like seats up against the wall and coming down it looked like a little arena.
Oh yes.
Think of it that way. Think of it like a small arena, and he was in the middle of the arena, talking, had a microphone in his hand, and he was talking about how they do business. And somebody said, well, what about Elvis? Elvis Presley died. And the man said, no. Elvis's contract was up.
Yes.
Fulfilled. Listen to this one. Hold on. He fulfilled the terms of his contract. That's what they said. He fulfilled the terms of his contract. What happens after that? You just go. You
Right.
go away. Here's how we know. How do we know? Simple. Elvis was very superstitious.
Right.
Elvis's middle name was Aaron, Aron. That's not what they spelled on his graves.
No.
That's not what they spelled in the front of Graceland.
No.
It says Aaron. That's not his name.
No.
It's on his military records. It's on his book.
Right. Absolutely.
Aaron, Aron.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to change the guy's name because he's dead now? No, because he wasn't dead at the time. He may be dead now.
Oh yeah.
For all I know. And if he's alive, he'd be 88, and God bless him if he is.
Mm-hmm. Isn't also Route 66?
But he lost everything. Yeah, he lost everything. His daughter's gone.
Yeah.
His grandson's gone. What would he have to live for?
Yeah.
Probably what helped kill his daughter,
Yeah. Isn't Route 66 also in Memphis as well?
Yes, ma'am.
So maybe that's where he went as well. You never know. We won't know.
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. We're going to do it. We should revisit what really happened. What really, we should do
the Crossroads.
I think we did. I'm trying to remember back, Amelia, and I'm sure that I'm forgetting something. But we did a show, I guess, about 2 years ago called Unsolved Celebrity Deaths.
We did.
Remember that one?
Yes. Uh-huh.
And we talked about Anne Heche.
Yes, we did.
Elvis, Michael Jackson, people like I think we owe our audience a part 2. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. And I think we ought to probably bring in Route 66 about that, what happens maybe. And
yeah, absolutely. Sure. Absolutely. Route 66, by the way, I'm going to tell people something. I used to live right off of Route 66 in Tennessee. I did. I lived in Rockwood, Tennessee. You know what they called Route 66?
What?
Thunder Road.
Ah.
Bruce Springsteen wrote a song about it. Thunder Road. They called it the Devil's Highway.
Yeah.
Route 66. Because there's a Route 66 crosses. Now look at my hands. Crosses with another street called Route 666.
Oh my goodness. So
okay.
There you are.
5 6s.
Oh my goodness. So that's a lot.
It's crazy. Your dogs are very unhappy tonight, Amelia.
I am so sorry about that. But in Texas, where I'm from too, where my grandmother lived, there's a crossroad as well too that was well known to people too. And if you get this crossroad, if you go there and you ask, there's something can happen as well, but nobody ever that I knew that tried it that I knew. But
I'm gonna tell you about that crossroad. I know about that crossroad. It's very, very well known. Do you know who Robert Johnson was?
I've heard of the name, but no, I don't.
There's a reason you should have heard the name. Robert Johnson made a deal at the crossroad. He made a deal with the devil at the crossroad. He was a guitar player, a black blues guitar player, and he played very poorly. The devil said to him, Robert, if you sign this contract, I'll have you playing that guitar like a virtuoso. And guess what? He did. And Robert Johnson played that guitar and made a fortune. But guess what else happened to Robert Johnson? He got killed by the husband of a jealous lover. He was cheating on a woman that was married, and the guy killed him.
And he didn't live very long, right? From
he was 27. He was the first name he was the first name in the 27 Club. Robert Johnson is the first name on top of the 27 Club.
And that's where it started.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. We're going to do that too. We're going to revisit the 27 Club part 2.
Yes.
because we only scratched the surface, folks.
Oh, absolutely.
We only scratched the surface.
And that's not the musicians too are not the only ones that don't live a
Oh
very long
no, are
time.
you kidding?
Wrestlers, boxing, all
Boxers,
different types of
wrestlers,
sports.
politicians. Are you kidding me?
Mhm.
Artists, amazing people,
Oh, absolutely.
young.
Yeah.
We're
Good.
going back to like Beethoven
Mhm.
and oh my God, Tchaikovsky and these great composers. You know, going back to Julius Caesar. These people weren't as old as we thought they were.
No, they're not as old
Do
as
you
we
know
thought.
that Julius Caesar was only like in his 20s when he became the emperor of Rome?
Like early, like 21, 22, something like that, right?
He might
Early,
have been
early.
maybe 22.
Mhm.
He was a young guy. He was in his early 20s. Yeah.
Mhm.
People don't understand that because
Yeah.
a lot of people don't understand the history. But
Yeah.
this is why Amelia and I are here to teach you.
Yeah.
You know,
Because the
it's like
government
going to
wants.
class. We're listening to our show, folks.
Yeah.
You get the best of both worlds. You get entertainment
Mhm.
and education.
Yeah. Government wants to take your
I'll teach
statues and
you.
history. No.
I will teach you, and Amelia will make you laugh.
Right? They want to take our
Amelia,
statues and history away. That's not going to happen because we'll make
hold on
sure.
there, kid. You got to tell everybody what's coming up. 'Cause
Well,
this is
actually, tomorrow we're gonna have the wrestling show, Ring the Bell, and we're gonna talk about
Sweet
Sweet
Georgia Brown.
Georgia Brown, the first African American lady
Mhm.
wrestler.
Yeah, I hope you
And
did your research.
supposedly I'm supposed to have a special guest that I don't know about.
You do not know about your guest. Your guest will be here. So let me ask you a little question.
Yes.
What did you learn in researching Sweet Georgia Brown?
I am gonna be studying more tonight. I like to study the night
Do you know
before
her
so that it's
real
fresh in
name?
my mind. Let's see. No, I don't remember that. I know you
Okay.
told me.
Sweet Georgia, you're doing a show about a woman you don't know her name. Okay.
Oh yeah, I do. Susie May.
Susie May McCoy.
Yes.
Thank you. Look, no
I
papers.
did remember that.
No papers. This is why I don't write nothing down.
Susie
This is why Amelia has been ordered to keep a box of erasable pens
May.
on standby.
Right here. See?
Yes. All right, listen, kid. Tell everybody what's coming up, and we'll go home here.
And then the 29th and 30th, we're going to be doing a 2-part show on Jeffrey Epstein.
Yes, the Epstein, a lot of old man
Mhm.
blowing up with information on Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of stuff has come out. A lot of information has become public. The list of names has become
Yeah.
public.
More names.
More names. Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. There's at least 3. I think 3 more lists came out. It might have been 4,
Yeah, I think.
but I know 3 for sure.
Mhm.
But we'll see. I think it's 3. I'm going to double check tonight. It might be 4, but
Yeah.
like I said, I know absolutely the article said 3. So
Yeah, and this
I
list
know.
says 2024, which is kind of sickening and scary at the same time.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, listen, folks. On behalf of Amelia the Pitbull Chapman, I'm the Mad Dog Angelo DeCipio. You'll see us here every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Wednesday, of course, you'll see the Pitbull at In the Ring. This is her wrestling foray. She begged me. I
Ringing the
said,
bell.
okay, go ahead.
Well, we're going to be probably changing the
Ring.
night, so we're not sure yet because I know
We're
that Angelo
not
wants.
sure, so we're not going to say anything. That's what we
Right.
do when we're not sure.
We're not sure yet because we have church things we're going to be talking about, but we'll let you know.
Well, we got to see what we're doing.
Mhm.
We're not.
Right.
Nobody's doing anything yet, folks. Our
We're
schedule
not
remains
sure.
the same
Mhm.
until I say so. Then we change it. In the meantime, listen, folks, have a great night.
Right.
On behalf of the Pitbull, I'm the Mad Dog. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Right.
Bye-bye.